Hey there, everybody. It's Deetra Trueheart. Trueheart Speaks Enterprises, Young Miss Buffalo Pageant. I just wanted to share something with you today on this Motivational Monday. I was teaching my class this morning to my students, and I showed them a video this morning of a person that I follow on YouTube. You may have heard of him. His name is E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher. And so every Monday he does a video, and it's called TGIM, which is Thank God It's Monday. And today's video was called Amazing. And I actually watched it this morning before my class, and I was actually inspired by it, but I thought that it would be something that would be huge for my students. You see, I teach part-time down at a place called the Educational Opportunity Center for students who are looking to get their GED. And this particular class over the summer that I'm teaching is called Success Life Skills, right up my line, right down my path of what I love doing. And so, today, last week we did some things, but today in particular, I wanted to really focus on things that would help them to be successful in life. And I wanted them to really be able to, I wanted to impart skills in them for having a successful life. And so today I felt like this would be part of the tipping point for them and to really challenge them to start thinking differently. And the very first question that he asks is, if your life were amazing, what would it look like? And that's a powerful question, because I think a lot of us, those of us who are kind of like achievers and who are power players and who really are kind of like driven, just to kind of be everything that God has, ordained for us to be, sometimes we really have to take a step back and think about what it is that amazing is for us. What does amazing look like? Like, we talk about it, but do you actually sit down and you write it down? And I had my students write it down. I had them write the question down. What does amazing look like for you? If your life were amazing, what would it look like? And I had a student who had a breakthrough. There were a couple of students who had breakthroughs because it wasn't even, because the second question is once you know what your amazing is, why haven't, you gotten there yet? And for some of them, amazing, they hadn't gotten to it yet because some of them they didn't even know what amazing was. They had never taken the time. No one had ever given them permission to say that life can be so much more amazing than what it is now. How awesome is that, right? And so, I felt like, okay, I was going to write a blog post, but I said, you know what? I need to do a video. And so on this day, this Motivational Monday, I want to ask you, thanks to E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, if your life was amazing, which it is now, but at the highs, my motto is living life in and on purpose. And if you are at the pinnacle of living life in and on purpose, you are at the point of amazing, like fabulous, right? Fantabulous. What does that look like? Like, really, what does it look like? Has anybody given you permission to really think out of the scope and the four walls of of your block, of your family, your family's mentality, or the people you hang around? And even on Instagram, I posted something that said, sometimes we give, people, places, and things so much more power than we give to ourselves. And I said, stop giving your power away. Take your power back and realize that there are some things that you don't have to give to other people. There are some things that you can take the power back, and you can be whatever and whoever God said that He created you to be. And regardless of what they've said to you, forget about the negativity, forget about the negative self-internal thoughts, and really start to renew your mind. And as his point 3 was, commit. Using application. And as I stated to my students, that you go from motivation to information to application. You get the motivation, you get pumped up, you take the information from it, but then you have to learn how to apply it. And that's where a lot of us miss those, those key points, is that we get this great information and we do absolutely nothing with it. And so on this particular day, like I said, as I wrap up this video, I really want you to think about what amazing looks like for you. And once you've identified it, figure out what it is that you need to do to get to that point. I give you permission, as I stated to my students today, I give you permission to be everything that God has created you to be. I give you permission to start thinking, outside of the box, outside of the confines of what people have decided or have placed the limitations and the expectations that people have placed on you. As you know, that I operate from a statement that says break the molds, challenge the status quo, and live life in and on purpose. And part of thinking outside of the box, and part of, living life in and on purpose is breaking the mold from what other people say you can or can't do, releasing yourself from the expectations and the limitations of what others, think you should be doing or shouldn't be doing. The one opinion that matters is God's opinion, because He created you. He knew you and formed you before the foundations of the world, and He created greatness in you. And so I want you to know that you have permission to be amazing. You have permission to be great, and you have permission, to be all that God has called you to be. So today and every day, I want you to live life in and on purpose. I'm just excited. I want you to, if you can, comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know, what your amazing is. When you think about what your life would look like, at that point of amazing, bold, capital, big bold letters with exclamation marks after amazing. What does your life look like? I want you to share that with me. I really want to know. I want to be able to touch and agree with you, that God will give you all that, give you your heart's desire. And even if you didn't know, what amazing looks like, it's time for you to start really being, doing, and living a life in and on purpose. So I will see you soon. Take care. Love you.